What's going on, y'all? Hope everyone's having a great day. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. I know it's a nice day out in cloudy Florida. I know yesterday I was having some fun working on my brother's F-150. You know, getting that running right. Had a bad misfire. I think we finally got it fixed, all that stuff, so that's a nice thing. It was lovely 50-degree weather, rainy, dark, dreary. I loved it. But today, let me talk about 5 pros and 5 cons of working in this industry. Whether you're automotive, equipment, Class 8 truck, whatever mechanic you are, I think this kind of goes hand in hand with all of them. Reason for this video is I had my buddy come to the shop, do some diagnostic work. He's got some of the computer software that I don't have to run diagnostics on one of my pieces of equipment. So he came through and he brought his stepson's teenager, wonderful young man. And if the kid decides to be a tech and he takes after my buddy as far as learning and all the knowledge that he has, the kid's gonna get very far, which, it's delightful to see a young man sit there and want to learn and pay attention to every little thing and ask questions. I absolutely love that. And I was giving them this industry sucks for this reason, but it's great for this reason. Kind of get them like, okay, what life choices are we going to be making? I mean, I make poor life choices every day. I live by it and stand by it. Then I explained to them, right here, the roll cards, all that stuff, this is life in a metal box. This is your story. Whether it be your first hammer you buy when you start out when you're 17, 18 years old, and now you're in your 30s, to, some of your good friends playing stupid pranks on you, spray painting all your tools, a 1/4-inch drive ratchet that my father gave me. Don't ever use it because it still looks pretty, but it's nice. It's something my father gave to me, who's an ASE master tech. That's stupid knowledgeable. So, I mean, little sentimental things to buying stuff that you need it for that one job. I bought a set of punches to do a oil dipstick tube on a PX9 PACCAR motor. Just, you get to the point where everything becomes a story in your life with this whole industry. And it's fun talking to other techs about that, but let's get into this, guys. So if you're new watching this and you're wanting to get in this field, hopefully this helps you. If you're an older tech, you're seasoned, let me know what you think. Let me see how accurate I am in your eyes. So, guys, let's start with the bad stuff first. And you got to start with the bad firsts. So, we've talked about this on a previous video. I want to go with abuse on your body. Guys, over time, your body's going to start hurting. In my 30s, knee injuries, back injuries, and everything else is screwed up, and it's just running down that line. So you're going to get the cuts, the bruises, the burns. You're going to get aches and pains and all kinds of fun stuff. It just comes along with it. If you're smart and you do your research on how to prevent that, like I said, check out some of my videos. I've got some information out there. Try to help yourself with that. Try to prevent the abuse on your body, but it will happen over time. It's up to you to make sure it doesn't happen as severely as it has to people that have neglected that. So that's number 1. Number 2, it doesn't get any easier, guys. Sad to say, for me, it doesn't get any easier. If you start off and you're doing nothing but oil changes and oil changes and oil changes, you're going to get good at it, right? And then they're going to move you up to, you're going to do brakes. You're going to get good at that, and you're going to get great at a bunch of things, which is awesome. And you're learning and gaining experience and all that stuff, and then everything just becomes theory. But in my view of everything, you're going to come into new stuff, new headaches. this industry is constantly evolving. You're gonna want to slam your head into a sharp corner. You're gonna have those days, and it's just gonna keep progressing. You're gonna get better at everything that challenges you. That's the beautiful thing about it. But it's gonna stay consistent at being a pain. So, kind of a subjective thought on that, but that's my opinion. What do I know? Next, this is a dangerous industry. And not only with the cuts, bruises, and all that stuff, it is what it is. Safety, we've talked about that. Springs flying off and hitting people in the faces, fires, vehicles falling off lifts. Here's a story for you real quick. So we're at the racetrack. We're in, I think we're at Barber Motorsports Park, and we were running a couple cars, running an 05 GTO and a Porsche 997. Well, we had to drop the transaxle on the GTO, and you had one car here, and the other car, I believe, was backed in. Well, there was no jack stands put on the Porsche, and it was sitting up on air jacks. Someone walked by, tripped over the air hose, knocked the air wand out, and the car ended up falling on someone's legs that was helping get the transmission out, transaxle. Luckily, no one was injured. We made it a prompt point to drop what we were doing, finish it in the morning, and we were going out to go have some beers after that because you just had a car fall on you. Not a good time. Luckily, it just cracked the bumper pretty well, and dude was able to get up, walk away, and we went out to dinner. So dangerous, things happen, guys. So that's that. I'm sure you'll figure out more dangerous stuff, things flying in the eyes, whatever. You're gonna get dirty in this industry, guys. I've had guys I worked with that, I don't want to get dirty. I don't want to get touched with grease or dirt or grime or oil. They weren't about it. Man, when they did, they automatically just left. I mean, you get those guys. I get it. I like to stay clean for the most part. My wife doesn't like me coming home smelling like diesel and dirty motor oil, but it happens. With getting dirty, the fun of working with hydraulics, replacing the couplings on like boom lifts, the rotator couplings, and getting up there and having hydraulic oil just come down your armpit. Terrible time. It's not fun by any means. Coolant getting down in your armpits, not fun. I've been coated with all kinds of fun stuff. You ain't get dirty. I hate the feel of dirt and oil mix, that gritty, grimy feel. I hate that. But job's gotta get done. Let's rock and roll through it, right? Last for cons. Stress. Currently, the shop I work at, I'm the only tech, and I've got a fleet of equipment that I have to maintain. Getting those 5 o'clock in the morning phone calls, or 4:30 phone calls, or 10 o'clock at night phone calls. This failed, this broke, I lost this, I did that. It's not fun. And then when you have a bunch of machines go down in one day and you're scrambling and at work till 12 o'clock at night, it's not fun. You have people up your rear end, up your rear end about every little thing. It's not fun. Previous jobs, this piece of equipment has to be done right now, get it done, get it done, get it done, don't take lunch, whatever. Gets annoying. It's to be stressful, and once again, want to find a sharp corner and slam your head into it. So there's that. There's other stress factors. These are just quick examples. Moving on to the positive, guys. Gotta love it, right? Guys, you're gonna learn patience over time with it, which is a beautiful thing. You're gonna find those tedious jobs that used to frustrate you and drive you insane are now kind of, at least for me, I turn on some music, rock and roll, and just do the little things that used to bother me. Kind of build up a patience tolerance and just get it done. electrical work. I absolutely hated it. I now find it fun. Sit there, make everything nice and have everything proper and try to be as factory as possible with it. I've grown. I mean, this is constantly evolving and growing. So that's a beautiful thing. Next, guys, skills and development and creativity. Over time, you're going to find yourself, you might as well start off, you sweep the shop, do whatever, get doing oil changes, doing brakes, whatever, and you step that way up, you're developing yourself for with a skill set that you could take anywhere. And that's such an amazing thing, and you kind of learn different trades all in one, and that's the beautiful thing about mechanics. Electrical, plumbing, HVAC, engines, things like that. You're learning all these different trades into one and containing that inside your head. It'll ride with you forever. And creativity. You come into a problem, you are going to be a problem solver quicker than quick, and you're going to take a ratchet strap and a hammer and some bubble gum and whatever and pull something apart, and you don't need no special tools at that point. You're going to make your own tools. You're going to find all sorts of ways to get the job done, right? You're going to take tools that were not intended for something and turn it into that, get the job done, make that money. So I like that. I love being creative in this industry, man. It's a fun thing for me. Love building my own stuff to get a job done. Next, it's, kind of falls back on this little guy. Number 3, you're going to build up friends and, friends that turn into a family. As screwed up as it sounds, like, the guy I worked with that did this, or the 2 guys I worked with that did this, absolutely wonderful dudes. And I've known the one since I was 18 when I started in this industry, 17, something like that. And the other one I met in my early 20s. And just fantastic people. We'd go out drinking, we'd go out go-karting after drinking, which that's fun in itself. We'd just do fun stuff together, go out to eat, go hang out with each other's families. Buddy from a previous job that I had, he came to my wedding. He's family to me. I mean, you develop these relationships in this, and it seems like, guys I've known for 11, 12 years now that I can count on. I can call up for information at any point in the day and, oh yeah, you got to do this, you got to do that. Guys that, hey, let's get together and go drinking this weekend, or let's go, go-karting, let's go to the racetrack, whatever. You develop those relationships, and it's fantastic. Next, employment possibilities. Guys, if you get in this field and you stick with something for a year, year and a half, and you decide, I don't like this isn't the shop for me, guess what? Your life in this box right here, or whatever box you may have, it's got wheels. Just roll that puppy ride out and go find a new home for a little bit. And usually, at least in my experience, you usually catch a little raise out of it, but once you develop some skills, I mean, you go anywhere. I mean, I've been from my home state of Florida to out west, up New York, upstate New York, to all over in between going racing. Been out playing in the dirt with, front end loaders, things like that, skid steers to 185 feet up and boom lifts. Worked on Class 8 trucks, worked on box trucks. I mean, once you get some skills and you get that theory in your head, I mean, you can go anywhere, guys. And that's a beautiful thing. If you want to go work for a race team, and you've been working at a dealership for a little bit, hey, just got to make some phone calls, see who's needing work done, and build up your resume on the racing side, which is awesome. And you can get hooked up with a team. We've got a couple buddies that have done that recently. So that's a fun thing on that. And last, the tools. Guys, think that's the main reason why I do this. Is I absolutely love tools. I love the story behind all of them. I love looking at, you know, my drawers and seeing how full they have become over the last, you know, when I started, you know, 11, 12 years ago. And I did take a 5-6 year break in there, but I don't even know how old I am anymore. Anyways, going from that, looking at what's in your toolbox now from where you've started from, it's an accomplishment right there. You know, they all tell a story, where you got them from, who gave them to you, what you bought them for. To me, that means a lot. Maybe I'm just sentimental about it, but to me, that's the main reason why I love it. So, guys, hopefully this helps. And if you're watching this and, you know, you've watched a couple other videos and you've watched, you know, a few other videos upon that, and, you know, and if you're like me if you're like me and you like free stuff, and free's for me, right? So, you know what else is free? Hitting that subscribe button if you want. If not, I understand, I'm not cute. But y'all have a great night. Keep wrenching and take it easy.